Clickbait. We have a new segment for a new show, and I call it Get Out of the Basement and Get Sexy. So this is, like I said, most of these in the Clickbait countdown are going to be gaming related in some form or fashion. But we're going to throw you a curveball every once in a while about something that's sexy but not video game related. And I found this by accident. This is from The Sun. There is a Woodstock, and if you don't know what that is, ask your parents. Maybe they know, or look it up. But Woodstock was a festival way back in the day with, it was like I guess like a free spirit festival, like really homegrown kind of thing.
And then the key of it is, I was about to say, you got to think of this was in the time of like the 60s and 70s when it was like drug use and like, pot was a huge freaking thing. So you had all those people that went out to a field, put together a concert, which is hilarious because like when you look at the background story of it, it was literally like somebody decided like, we ought to throw a concert and all that, and they started getting like these small bands together, and then like through word of mouth, it eventually got to some of these like bigger bands, and then like you had people like Jimi Hendrix and freaking all these people performing at Woodstock, which is insane.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy too because it's actually a really good story. They had a documentary about like all the behind the scenes of like how hard it was put together, what it was like while it was being ran, and even though yes, it was a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, there was a lot more to it as well, and it was really interesting. But since then, you've seen Woodstocks of some kind all over the place. Like I remember they had a Woodstock 98 or 99 that was like, from what I hear, was pretty terrible. But everyone tried to do a Woodstock. This one is from Poland. So it's a Woodstock Festival Poland. And one of the things that they did, and it's funny too, because the idea was to celebrate diversity and tolerance. They all got into like basically a mosh pit. It's like this big area of like mud and water. And these people were getting like all different types of nude, like from bra and panties to completely nude. And it's like, it's crazy. They're like running around, something, man. I noticed there wasn't any black people there. Now I noticed that this was like Poland. I guess Poland, but I just don't see black people doing this, man. White people have so much fun. I mean, look at they're like dancing around in the mud, all these sexy girls. I mean, damn.
This is the other thing that was funny is so like they had a thing similar to this in the original Woodstock where it was like a huge mud pit. And they actually had kind of the same thing in the revisit to Woodstock, only apparently I heard it wasn't just mud and water. So they apparently, like, the big thing of it is that there were people that were so messed up that eventually in the mud pit, people like literally pissed and shit themselves.
Oh
so mixed in with this mud was piss and shit. And there is a clip from, because Green Day performed there. And there's a clip where he's the lead singer is up on stage, and the mud pit's like cleared out because they had already started passing the word of like, hey, don't jump into the mud pit. It's fucking full of piss and shit. And like he's up there and they sing like a couple songs. And of course, people start migrating towards the mud pit to become a mosh pit. And literally he finishes the song and he just stops and sees all these people fucking moshing in this mud. And he's like, do you guys realize what you guys are running around in? He's like, it's shit. Poop. Like he's literally calling this shit out to these people. It is the best clip. He's like, do you realize? Because it's just so funny. It's like, do you realize what you guys are dancing around in? It's shit.
I was trying to find it. Let me just give you guys a tip. Do not put piss and shit mud pit in Google. It will burn your eyes. It will burn your eyes. I should have done that.
Nothing will burn your eyes. Nothing will burn your eyes worse than that freaking picture of the Pikachu from that Pokemon or Strokemon.
Oh man, you always have to bring that up.
I scarred your soul with that one, man. I remember the text messages you sent me after that. You're like, why did you make me look this up?
Oh man, but I have to admit, man, I was happy I found that article because I was just looking at those pictures and I was like, damn, just damn. You know that a lot of babies were made that day.
God, yeah. Yeah, let me see.
I mean, you'll see the pictures, but good God. And everyone there is just having fun. It's just like crazy, wild, free, and it's just like.
Yeah, they have like a thing where it's like the full concert. Let me see.
I mean, there's a ton of people there. It's funny though because once again, they're doing this for diversity. It didn't look that diverse. Maybe they mean like various shades of white. But look, I got no problem with it because the girls are sexy, so it's all good. Oh man, they were playing Twister.
Yeah.
Clothing optional Twister. Oh, see, that's the best Twister. Oh man, that's funny. And of course, in the comments, most people are upset about the actual reason for having the concert, or at least for this part of the concert. There's people complaining about the whole diversity thing. It's like, come on, guys. I know that the truth is that you're mad that you're not getting to touch and see the titties, but you don't have to lash out in the comment section. I mean, this is a great thing that these people are putting on. And if more of us got naked and got in the mud, there'd be less strife, less hate. We'd just be better people.